birthday, Steve.
Happy birthday, Steve.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
If only
He's only
Bruce could be here to clean everything up.
What's that, Steve? You're going to go through a deck. Tell us about each decade.
You put the filter in.
No, I did not.
Huh.
But that's all right.
There's the match.
So your first 10 years.
The first 10 years,
he's
the
being
50s.
Oh,
51
okay.
through 61. Now that's when life was good. Innocent.
Yes.
You run around. I mean, no such thing as having to call your parents and tell them where you are all day. You just go.
That's right.
They're happy to see you go.
Right.
I remember, my parents bought a house in a World War II, post-World War II development. It was so far out in the boonies, the last 5 miles were on a gravel road. But it was always a different world back then. It really was. I mean, totally different. My parents bought their home for $17,000. I think in 1954, 55. I was 3 years old when we moved there.
What?
So.
54
But
we got married.
Yeah, but you guys it would have been the same sort of
This is
thing.
Steve's story.
Steve, get
I
yours.
changed my mind.
You
I
did?
can't remember which one I had.
Steve's. I think
That one?
That one?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it has white filling in it.
Yeah.
Which one would you like? That's raspberry.
It's truly scrumptious. It's like some kitty bang bang. Everything looks so good. Strawberries for, I think the cars are special. I'm gonna have this one. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Good. I'm gonna have little plates.
We gotta put candles in now. It has white filling in it.
Yeah.
Which one would you like? That's raspberry. This is
I
Oreo
want,
cookie.
I want another. Can I have the other white filling one?
Sure.
You are so smart. Okay. Yes, they are. Actually, mine's a little dried out.
So the highlight of the first 10 years was the house and how they changed. So now you're in
We
your
want
teens.
60 to 70 now.
Well, no, I was
The
I
innocence,
remember
lost innocence.
Kennedy, because my
63.
parents were ward bosses or whatever you want to call for Kennedy.
You were in grade school when Kennedy.
1960, 61, I guess.
Yeah,
60.
because he was killed in 63. Right.
Yeah, and I remember how they had an election party a party that night. I remember going into like 4 or 5 in the morning. And we were young. I was 8, 9, 10 years old, something like that. But that was cool. And then Kennedy's assassination. That was weird.
So you were 12.
Weird. I was in 8th
grade.
7th grade. I was in
Because I
7th.
remember because we were in school too.
We were in actually we were having a retreat that week. We were all kneeling there praying, and somebody praying and said, in the space race. Because by the end of that next 10 years, we had gotten to the moon. I remember going and watching them land like I was a senior in high school. Then going to college, and the 60s were great. Free love.
Not like you have to pay for it today.
Yeah.
So that brings you to your third decade.
Yeah.
That's where the memory gets hazy because I started doing drugs.
Wait, let me rewind this. All
Uh,
right.
Read that on you.
When
Yeah.
did
Start
you
over.
gigolo through Europe?
That would have been in
After
the,
high school.
yeah, I was
Third
like
decade, huh?
21, 22. So, that was like 6 months.
You did. You winged on over to Europe. And,
For 6 months.
Lived in a Volkswagen.
Had a Volkswagen breakdown looking down over Stonehenge.
Oh, Stonehenge?
Stonehenge
Yeah.
in England on the Salisbury Plain.
Yeah, I was there.
And we
I saw it.
checked around. We had bought it in Germany. And it was actually back then. Every Sunday we'd call home, collect, and they wouldn't accept it. That was a signal. It was like you call collect, we won't accept it. We know you're okay. We know
Oh, okay.
one Sunday they accepted it. And the guy I was with, his dad had died. So we spent the night. I drove him from. We were actually in Ingleness, Scotland, up where the
Anybody want
monster
chocolate?
is. The Loch Ness. Inverness. That was it.
Just plain.
We drove the whole night through the Highlands of Scotland, which was the most scary drive. Through the night, we got him to Glasgow to get on a plane to go back for his dad's.
Glasgow's the only way you can get in and out of Scotland.
Yeah. It was
Why did you go in the first place to Europe?
See the Loch Ness Monster.
just to go.
Just to go?
Mike Doherty, who you've met, he was at our first dinner. Remember when Reggie got naked?
Oh, yeah.
But you're in the 30s. That's when I met Glenda. I came to Wisconsin.
What a terrible face.
It's been all downhill since then.
Oh,
Isn't that weird? No, Dan. Oh, that's right. He was divorced, wasn't he? Yeah.
I was thinking that
Dan was
the other
divorced
day.
already?
Yeah.
so is that all we want to say about the 30s or what?
Yeah. 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Forget it.
hey, that's when you met Bob and Judy and me and
That's true.
Reg in the
That's true.
your 30s.
When did I move here? I moved here when I was
1979.
31.
30 when
I was
we got
32
married.
when we got
You
married.
were 30.
No.
Steve, you were born in
1981.
1981. No, you weren't. We got married in May. You were 30.
Oh, okay.
In September,
Yeah,
you turned.
if we got married in November, had to be 25.
You were
Boy.
30.
No stories from when you were in your 30s, in your 40s.
No.
Not that
You
can
got
be
married after
recorded.
your birth.
Oh,
Reggie
here.
and Bob and Judy and Mel and Jean, and we didn't know them until we were married for. Well, I met you all at Terry's. Terry, you all were sitting up there and gonna redo. Terry was a werewolf. Right. Yeah. I don't remember what we were, but I remember Terry was. Well, you were like Gypsies or something. I think that was when you were the Girl Scout. And then we have the picture of you as the Girl Scout. You were. And I was a dirty old man.
I'm looking forward to another good 6 or 7 months. You know, I'm starting to stink. I fart, I smell, my
Bald
knees
spot.
are shot, I got a bald spot. I fart, I smell, I'm starting to stink. I got a bald spot, my
Bald
knees
spot.
are shot. I fart, I smell, I'm starting to stink. My
Bald
knees are
spot.
shot. I fart, I smell, my
Bald
knees are
spot.
shot. I got a bald spot. I fart, I smell, I got a bald spot. You know, I'm starting to stink.
All right, let's take him out to the field, put him down.
I stink. I fart, I smell,
Hell, I
sweat a
farted.
lot.
So
I farted all my life.
how's your sex life?